Hello, Charlie Kirk. This letter is for you, and it's about Nick Shirley and the truth that always surfaces. In recent weeks, something unfolded in Minnesota that feels larger than a scandal or a viral investigation. It feels like a continuation, a reminder that ideas don't stop with one voice. They move through people who choose to act. Independent journalist Nick Shirley brought national attention to what appears to be large-scale fraud involving public funds in Minnesota. Over $110 million uncovered in a single day, with indications that the problem may be far deeper. The story spread rapidly, not because it was sensational, but because it felt unmistakably real. Something that had been present for a long time was finally visible. Charlie, for years you've spoken about protecting America, not as a slogan, but as a responsibility. About the need for honesty in institutions. About courage, the kind that questions narratives instead of hiding behind them. You've warned that when truth is postponed, freedom quietly weakens. What Nick Shirley did feels like a continuation of that vision, not because he repeats your words, but because he followed reality where it led. He didn't invent a problem. He stayed with the facts long enough for the truth to surface. And truth has a pattern. It always finds a way up. When the same fight appears in different places, from a Shades of Romeo perspective, this moment reaches beyond Minnesota, even beyond America. I come from Romania, where recently votes were annulled and democratic outcomes were questioned. For me, that wasn't an abstract political event. It was personal. It touched the most basic promise of a free society, that a vote matters. I protested peacefully, not out of anger, but out of responsibility. Because democracy doesn't only fail through force. It fails when people stop showing up. The right to vote, the right to speak, the right to question authority. These are the same freedoms you've defended in your own way for years. That's why this feels like the same fight, expressed in different places. Whether it's fraud hidden in systems or votes dismissed without clarity, the pattern is familiar. Truth is delayed, trust erodes, and people are asked to accept silence as normal. I don't investigate fraud, and I don't run political campaigns. I respond through human action. I offer flowers freely in public spaces without conditions. Not as symbolism for its own sake, but as grounding. A reminder that freedom lives first at the human level. I've left flowers at the U.S. Embassy in London in your memory. Quietly, not as protest, but as presence. Because memory matters. And because freedom, once weakened anywhere, concerns us everywhere. Truth doesn't need to be defended with noise. It needs people willing to stand with it, in Minnesota, in Romania, anywhere it surfaces. You've said that before, in your own words. Nick Shirley's actions show that this awareness continues. My gestures are small, but intentional. Because truth always comes out. And when it does, democracy depends on whether we are still paying attention.